cult following.
Well, because they might actually be the last well-written comics in the last decade, which is not good.
That sucks.
Not the best claim to frame.
No, I mean, when you're fighting against Squirrel Girl and the new Superman, which I have no one has a problem with him. It like a lot of people are like, oh man, just hates that he's came out as bi. No, the DC comics, nobody cares. That's the problem.
Wait, Superman's bi? When did this happen?
Superboy.
Oh, that, and as we all think about it, like, he's got 2 dads, so why not?
Yeah, nobody but nobody cares. Like, that's the thing, is like, nobody cares, and you literally made a full comic about him going on a date. It's like if Superman went on a date with Lois Lane the whole comic.
True.
Nobody would buy that.
Oh, it'd be funnier. Like, the only people that would actually care is if was it Dick Grayson that was bi? So that way they would have like love comics. Everyone would watch that and buy that, I bet, because of his ass.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's all. But that's not. But they literally made a full date comic. Nothing happens in this comic, by the way. Nothing happens. It doesn't set up like anything else. It's just he comes out as bi. That's the whole comic. And then he's flying around with his boyfriend.
You mean how they forced it? They forced the comic? That's how I see it. They forced the comic so that way they could say, oh, there's a bi character now.
I mean, they have now come out with Green Arrow's son is asexual, and it's like, bro, nobody cares. Like, this is to the point where nobody cares. We don't care if he's asexual because we don't care about these characters anymore. We don't give a shit. You're literally going to have a whole comic where literally they do nothing because we want to see them fight crime. We don't care what their sexuality is. You do.
The only time that we actually cared about their sexuality was if it made a point in the story. Like, what was that? The comic characters, they were gay, but one was like they're kind of like anti-heroes, and they actually like their partner was like assaulted or something in that comic, and they tried to get revenge or something. I forgot what it was, but that actually mattered because that was part of the story or whatever.
Oh man, I can't remember, but like that's the biggest thing. There was literally a comic where it sold horribly. It was the X-Men, and it was about one of the characters coming out like he had sex with this woman. He's coming out as gay, and she's like, I'm literally pregnant with your child. You can't fake it at all. And it's like, no, I gotta be myself. And it's like, she got really mad. Nobody liked that comic because it's like literally nothing happens in that comic. It sets up nothing. And like the next comic after it, they have to team up and fight, and people bought that gangbusters because it was two mutants that rarely ever fight in the same battle together. And it's like, that's what people wanted, you idiots.
Yep.
You fucking morons. Like, nobody gives a shit. Like I guess to set up the character, that's great. That's cool. That's interesting. Make the characters interesting and stuff like that. Like, set it up. But, like, have them do something. Like, setting up a character is a good idea.
Take a whole comic.
I like the whole fact that Alan Scott is gay and that actually made no difference to his character whatsoever.
Yeah.
It didn't add anything to it.
Yeah, it adds nothing to it. Yeah. Zarin the Flof. Hello, Zarin the Flof. How are you? We're just talking about comics and stuff like that. Like, how does it add to characters and stuff like that?
Yeah, we're just doing your mom.
We're just doing your mom.
Changing a bit.
Yeah, we're changing your fate. That's really changing your fate, bro.
But like,
Bro
if you think
moment.
about it, like the fact that what
Think about it,
actually
her fate was
sells really
changed.
well is the Injustice. Was it? Was it Injustice? Or the game that became an actual success, that became a really successful comic series too as well. And now it's like what, even more successful now with the Injustice games.
Yeah, because it literally it flipped itself on its head. It made a character who you thought was incorruptible corrupted. You made it actually an interesting storyline, and you brought some real like aspects of like different thoughts and ideas.
Good, no, agree.
Like you would think that like in standard story that the cousin
Rating
would team up with
time.
Superman, but actually no, not in Injustice.
Rating time.
She doesn't want to be a follower of Superman, which is great.
Yeah, like it's very interesting. I
Kinda
actually love that
Railroading.
Supergirl is actually a very interesting character in that. I don't know why the show makes her the most uninteresting character in the world, but like, you know,
The special effects in Supergirl is just awful.
Yeah, as I'm gonna read world, if you guys want to pop in that.
she's also at one point she's dating this super old black dude, and they're like, no, he's like 20. It's like, no, he's like 50. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, he looks so old. It's like, the fuck? Why is she dating this old black man? What's happening? It's